Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Relentless Push East. So we had a rather interesting episode last time. We were fighting Oirat, and apparently Ming has decided that is inexcusable and demanded we wipe peace. Now, given the fact that we must make it over to the east within a couple of years, we kind of had to say, well, too bad, too sad, we're going to fight you anyway. So we're now fighting Ming. Them and their 107,000 men and no manpower. So hopefully attrition does a little bit of the work for us. But this is going to be very interesting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check in on things. So Caradel, we were planning on annexing them as a vassal. Unfortunately for us, that is just a couple of reasons out for now, so we're going to do that at our earliest convenience. Oirat, we're also very close to being able to peace out for just the bare minimum to work our way across. That is, again, only a few reasons out. Now, the length of war does mean that we can probably have this in about a year and a half. And, well, that's about it. If we can peace out some others, that might help our war score go up. It's kind of yet to be determined. Oh, apparently Ming has a port all the way over here. Good grief. Okay, so, you know what? With that sorted, I was going to say let's start making our way over there, but I think we're going to need to go ahead and start sieging them down. Let's go ahead and... yeah, we'll let them explore a little bit, but we're going to need to send our troops back a little bit. We've got some more troops making their way across. We did expand one of our armies. This one here, we left 15,000 for rebel suppression at home, and we're training up a whole bunch of other troops because we need to make the most of everything that we have. So let's see. You know what? We're fighting Ming. Let's go ahead and get them some spy network. That is a necessity. Unfortunately, this is going to grow relatively slowly, but again, every little bit of siegeability does count. So we have to do what we've got. Alright, at home though, it looks like our missionaries are making their way through some of our heathens and heretics. Let's go with maybe 27 months for 1.5% religious unity. That is fairly solid. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that done. So we'll have that to worry about. We also still need to worry about the institution. That is being a bit of a problem. We have... oh, sorry, a second. Here we go. So we need to pick up our modern theocracy for our ability to form Russia. We want to do that as soon as we possibly can. That is about 6 years ahead of time. And so for that, we need to pick up the institution because we are kind of behind the times in that regard. I'm hoping that we can purchase this off Sweden or Poland or Lithuania. One of those three would be fantastic. You know what? I wouldn't even go so far as to say no from England. As long as we can get this growing in our nation, that is what we really, really need. So if we have a look, let's see. How do we see economic actions? Yeah, ask for knowledge sharing. So we can't do this until... oh, they're already involved. Okay. Now, let's check out our lazy diplomat mode. That's probably a good way of doing this. Diplomacy. And then, what is this? Influence doesn't seem to be what we need. We want economic. Yeah, here we go. So offer knowledge sharing. There are 0 countries. We could possibly go with Sweden, Belaruso, but there's no institution that we can purchase from them at this stage. They need to embrace it first. So, yeah, that's going to take us a little bit of time. Oh well, it is what it is, and we will do what we must. So, let's just see how this all goes. Now, let's see. What else have we got? Provincial unrest, that's a thing, sure. We do have a little bit of overextension from previous wars for 44%. Well, you know what? This will at least reduce our war exhaustion down, so we will use that at some point. Though we're pretty smart with our manpower at the moment, so I'm not too concerned. Let's see. We also need some more sailors if we're going to continue doing our bits and pieces over here. Maybe we should see about building a building there. Although, wait a second. Before I forget, our economy. Yes, we're about to pay off our final loan. Unfortunately, we're going to be a little bit shy at this stage. So, yeah, we're going to have to just try and save our money, pay that off, and, yeah, get that out of the way because that is going to be an issue if we're going to try and embrace the institution. We're definitely going to need to get some loans for that. We can invest in military tech, and you know what? Right now, we seem to be in a dangerous situation right now. Yeah, Kara Del has been hiding off in Ming territory, it seems. Ming is sending in 28,000 troops. We need to... no, we need to not fight right now. We need to regroup. Can we make our way back up? Oh, that's... Alright, we're going to try and make our way across here as best as we can, and then maybe escape. I don't know if we're going to be able to survive this fight here. They have a lot of troops. We do need those troop upgrades. Oh, you know what? We're about to get smashed anyway. I think we just have to accept this isn't going to go well for us. And we can't reinforce. What drill we have is what drill we've got. We've got I don't know, not a terrible general considering our levels of ability, but it's going to be bad. Alright, the only good news is we do have this fort here, which is in mountains, so that is positive terrain for us. They will have to stack up on that to get through, which is ideal. We can let them rot to attrition, take a good fight here and there. In fact, yeah, we will definitely go ahead and do that. So once we lose this battle here, again, trying to inflict as many casualties as possible. There we go. We are now going to upgrade our troops. I know this is particularly expensive. Paying an extra 80% means we're paying an absolute premium. But if we have better cannons, better cavalry, that might mean we stand a slightly better chance at beating down their numbers. So let's go ahead and do that. It's remarkably ahead of time, but it's what we need. All right, cannons. Let's have a look. Offensive fire, 2 pips, and 1. Or do we go for the shock and morale? I think right about now. Let's see. What have we got? Shock is fairly insignificant. Fire is where all of our value is at. Let's go ahead and we will invest in that as much as possible. So we'll go with that. And then our cavalry is our Eastern Hussar. Simple and effective though. Alright, peace offer from Caradel is now on the cards. We could potentially piece them out. We are... You know what? Only 2 weeks off being able to vassalize them. You know what? Yeah, we're going to give that 2 weeks. They're not going to be able to get out from under their thumb fast enough, so that is fine by me. Oop, we need to bail on this. Okay, this isn't good. They have more troops than us. We're a little bit hurting for morale with these. But I guess we don't have a choice right now, so it is what it is. Alright, let's take this fight and hopefully our allies will join up. Let's go ahead and allow them to attach. In fact, let's tell our subjects to take that as their primary orders. We want you to be as supportive as possible. That is what we need. If we can get those extra troops in here, we might stand a chance, but no. Our morale was just too hurt already, and I missed moving them. That's my fault for not turning down the speed. So let's have a look at their stats. They've got an extra 10% discipline on us. Their morale is slightly worse, and their tactics are not quite as good. But yeah, without all that extra morale before, that is going to have cost us quite extensively. Well, it is what it is. Alright, but we can piece these guys out. That is one ally out. They will become our vassal, which we can feed. Sure. Let's go ahead and do just that. The aggressive expansion is non-existent. Set that demand. Hip hip huzzah. In fact, they're probably going to want to piece out fairly quick. Not that they can. but they'll be a nice little defensive buffer for us. These fellows are heading up over there. Let's go and... can we queue up an extra movement afterwards? No, we cannot. Alright, well... as soon as we can retreat from this battle, we shall do so. No one else is coming to join on in. Oh no, they are arriving in a couple of days. Oh no, that's another month. Ooh, heck no. Nah. We're gonna go ahead and bail. We need to preserve our manpower if possible. We did lose about equal numbers, but again, that's not going to save us. They are moving back to their friendly territory, so I guess that's useful. Let's see, what else have we got? Well, we can pay off our loan. You know what? Yeah, let's just take a moment to breathe and get one thing off our mind. Let's go ahead and pay that back. We're safe in that regard. We've got administrative power. We probably don't want any more bad events with our inflation, so let's pay that down a bit more. That'll bring us down to 4.33. Again, not good, but it's certainly not as bad as it could have been. We still have our war taxes on, which at the moment I don't care about. Yes, it's the Age of Reformation, but yeah, and we no longer have them for free. But right now, we've already got our tech. We're not going through any ideas. I would rather just have things a little bit cheaper if at all possible. From that point onwards, let's go ahead and... you know what? Let's keep our corruption relatively stable. That should be fine. And then... the discipline could be really good, especially with that manpower recovery speed. We are going to use a fair bit of manpower. But at the same time, I really want this institution embracement cost and institution spread for when we do get it. That is quite troublesome. Again, still no sign of... yeah, no sign of anyone embracing the institution anytime soon. Alright, let's bring these guys back as well. We need to make sure that we are heading in similar directions. Let's unite over here. That'll be fine with the cancelling of autonomous rebel suppression. These guys will be... you know what? That's 15,000. We don't need... yeah, these troops can march their way over there. That should be sufficient. We may go ahead and pay for another general as well. That could be ideal. Let's see. What have we got as far as generals? I think we need another one, although I need to know how many leaders we can have. We have 3 leaders. Okay, so we'd be dropping a 1-2. Yeah, a 0-1-2-0. I suppose that's not the worst, although you know what? Paying for 1 extra is not the worst thing for us either. We're going to pay a little bit extra. Yeah, and a 0402 is actually what we need. That is fantastic. That means we can make the most of our shock. We can make a little bit better with our sieges. Yes, this is incredibly good news for us. So we'll go ahead and shuffle him over there. You, my rebel suppressing army, you can have the... I don't know, the dodgiest one out of the bunch. I don't really care as long as you have somebody. All of these guys, we can go... oh wow, look at that. 38,000 all stacked up in one spot. That is horrendous for them. That is truly terrible. They're going to be burning through so many men. Let's have a look at their attrition. They're already at 13,000 losses. And yeah, 4,000 from attrition. That's almost... yeah, that's already half of what we've already been in for several years of warring. That is ridiculous. Alright, well, you know what? We'll deal with whatever we need to. You fellows, yeah, you're still moving. Everybody, let's make sure that everybody backs out of this place. Let's make sure that they get caught behind that fort there. Let's see, what else have we got? We're not going to be making up any cause. High Liberty Desire, sure, that's going to be a bit of an issue, but honestly, they're just a nice defensive rune right now. If we lose them, we lose them. Although, realistically, we probably could... We could make something happen. In fact, we could enforce their religion, but it's got to be lower than 50%. In fact, we could do that to Norway, and that would give us an age objective. Convert at least 10 provinces to our faith, and then forced another nation to change their religion through war, subject interaction, or enforcing unity. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and get that done right away. We want some boons if we can get them. So let's force your religion. That'll do fine. They're now up to 84%, which is not ideal. Yeah, that's probably not the best choice, come to think about it. Now they're not going to want to join in on our war. Yeah. You know what? It's only 10,000 men, but it does sort of make a difference. Let's pay off their debt. We have the cash. That'll help them. We could also... I don't know. Placate a ruler? Do that maybe twice? That'll burn through a fair bit of our prestige. Oh, but you know what? The prestige does give us morale of armies, improve relations, aggressive expansions. You know what? Let's just do that once. Bring them back down to 69% liberty desire, and let the rest tick on down. Perm, it looks like you're about to get your butt kicked by a whole bunch of the Ming army. We need... what do we need? We need you to come back fairly quickly if we can. In fact, yeah, let's go ahead and send you over here. We'll send you over there. We'll try and stay out of their eyesight so they don't know where we are. But we're going to try and recoup our morale. Oh. And it looks like our... Alexander has died. Let us pray for his soul and hope for a new heir. No, that's not... That was a good heir. We needed him. But you know what? A 631, that's actually not terrible. Guess we're going to have to wait on that. That is a weak claim. I'm kind of disappointed now that we didn't say yes to... Who was it? Ivan the Terrible. Yeah, we said no to him in an event. We probably should have gone for him, I guess, now. But you know what? A 631 isn't as bad as it could be. At least we'll have plenty of administrative power. We'll have reasonable diplo. It's just not what we wanted. It's just not what we wanted. Alright, so let's see. Suing for peace. This isn't going to happen anytime soon. They're going to be making gains. We more or less need to burn out the Ming manpower, if at all possible. Which, you know, they are slowly losing some units. Let's see, what could we do? Can we support rebels? That's going to cost us at 30. Not much we can do until then. Yeah, and unfortunately we can't piece them out. That's not going to be an easy thing for us to do. We need more war score than what we've got. Although, technically, we're really close. In fact, you know what? Ongoing battles, we could possibly get away with this. You know what? Oh, we might just be in a really fantastic spot if this can finish up quickly. Alright, so there goes that. Let's go ahead and look for peace. We can white peace Ming. You know what? That is fantastic. This is a fantastic opportunity. We had so much war score against Oirat that it looks like it's going to carry us through. We can't really do much. We could take a little bit of cash. And, oh my goodness, 754 ducats. In fact, that is exactly what we're going to do. That is, yeah, say goodbye to Ming. We do not have to worry about getting ourselves into a defensive position. We have got rid of them. And now we're back to 92% with Oirat. And so much better off financially. I see this as an absolute win. This is... Oh, I couldn't have planned that if I tried. Yeah, I'm ecstatic. Alright, so either way, there's that problem out of the way. Let's go ahead and do a quick U-turn. Let's just mosey on to Oirat's only unoccupied land. These troops can, I don't know, do as they please. Let's go ahead and head back to our, what do we call it? Our territory. We'll go ahead and we'll keep working with the rebel suppression. We can peace out. Yeah, this is exactly what we want. All right, so looks like Oirat is having some problems with some rebels. We can take all of this. In fact, because we separate pieced out Caradel, we also have more war score to play with. We'll happily take some more reparations, all of their money. And what else do we want? We could work with getting rid of some rivalries to gain some prestige back. That's a possibility. We don't really need too many more claims to be handed off. We'll go ahead and hand this off to Perm as we go ahead and hand back all of this. Apparently there is a no guy. Oh, you're right. No guy still exists. Oirat still exists. And then there's an Uzbek. That could theoretically be an alright vassal to drop, but I don't think that's really something we want to focus on. No, I think we'll just take what we have access to. That is fine by me. As soon as we have a diplomat, we will say adios to this war. In fact, you know what? We'll go a little bit less, and we will farm just a little bit of prestige and say goodbye to one of their rivalries. Yep, that is a-okay. Those rebels will disappear from our problems. In fact, you know what? Just to be doubly sure, let's send them up over there. Just in case they try any shenanigans. Alright, 4 provinces are back under our control, which is good. There goes a little bit of overextension. And, oh, you know what? Our extra military leader is no longer an issue. We're going to go ahead and discard our dodgiest. Yeah. That is no longer necessary. Alright, so that's really nice. Our manpower is still maxed out. This is fantastic. Again, just a couple of days on those diplomats, and we are all sorted. Alright, so what have we got here? Peace offer from Oirat. I don't think we're going to take this. Let's see. I wish there was a way that this would show in purple like it does with other tooltips to show what lands they're going to hand off. But let's just double check. We have this one here, this one there. What is this? We also have Urtesh and Var. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's not bad, but it doesn't take us quite as far east as we wish. So we're going to leave that be. Our diplomats are back. Let's go ahead and take what we can. Everybody should be fairly happy. That's a 100% peace deal. Oh, and there we go. Fantastic news. All right, so we can do plenty of things right about now. We can pick up a new rival, which will be... Now, let's make Ming our new rival. We're going to be fighting them in the future, I'm sure. Their army is a little bit stronger. Their navy is colossally... colossal in comparison. But I don't have to worry about that. So we'll go ahead and we will make them our rival for future endeavors. Let's see. We can also go ahead and... we can hand some land to Perm. This will make them happy. So, Perm, would you please... let's see. What's the difference? Grant a core or claim? No. Grant a province of here. Yeah, you know what that'll do? That's fine. Let's go ahead and we'll grant them another province. And we'll just snake the way up across here. Alright, so that'll do. Everything else we can deal with ourselves. So let's see. They're still upset, but that's to be expected. Let's go ahead and... we could designate them as a march. That would make them a bit happier. Have they got any... Any issues with money? No, it looks like they are fine. Let's just improve relations with them. We'll get that on the uprising. Oh, you know what? We could have taken back a little bit of money and given them more claims. Ah, that's my bad. You know what? That's fine though. We got what we needed in the long run. So that'll be fine. We can go ahead and seize land from the estates. That brings us up to 47%. Getting very close to getting a couple of bonuses, which I'm looking forward to. We can... What else can we do? Great project could be upgraded. Okay. What would those be? We have... let's see. St. Basil Cathedral. Tolerance of the True Faith would be nice. Some extra loyalty equilibrium and cost of advisors with rulers religion is nice. And then in the future, flavor events related to Orthodox icons will yield supplementary bonuses. Curious. But I don't think we're going to do that right about now. We also have... What's the other one? That seems to be about all. Alright, but let's go ahead and look at our centers of trade. That's probably worthwhile. Level 1 to 2 wouldn't be bad. And then what was the other one? Moscow. We could take that to a level 3, which will also give us a little bit more... what is this? Institution spread as well. So that's going to be... I think that's going to be the best thing for us. Yeah, 10,046 ducats. It's expensive, but we can afford this. So we'll go ahead and get that done. That'll help us out with some trade as well. We have annexed... Oh, sorry, not annexed, but exiled armies. Let's shuffle you back into friendly territory. Let's go up over there. Let's also go ahead and start managing our overextension, because that's going to be rather terrible. Or maybe not. Alright, you know what? That's not as bad as I thought. So before we do pay for it, let's use our government abilities. Reducing that war exhaustion will make things a little bit cheaper. So that is fantastic news. Let's go ahead and work on those. And that should be that. There's only one here that we can't work on because the missionary is there. That is... A missionary is already here? Oh, you know what? It looks like we've almost converted it. I have no idea how we did that so quickly, but I will take it. I'll take it. So let's go ahead and call that up. That'll be fine. That'll be worth a little bit. And then let's see what we can convert. There's some Tengri, some more Sunni. I think that 1.1% at 17 months is going to be the best bet. So let's go for that one. This is very good. Let's also go ahead and keep on checking in on that offer of knowledge sharing. Unfortunately, it does not seem like there is any institutions for us to learn from. Let's just double check Sweden. What are you guys? Have you guys embraced? Let's see. Colonialism has been embraced, but it's not fully throughout things. So, hang on a second. Let's give it a couple of days until our diplomat returns, and we'll see if that helps. Yeah, we did accidentally fight off someone else's rebels, but you know what? That's fine for now. We have... What is this? Economic actions, request to share maps, ask for knowledge sharing. There we go. Okay, so we can ask for it. I think that is definitely in our interest. 6.21 ducats per month. We can afford. That is fantastic. So let's get that going. Let's swing over towards our capital. That is going to have institution spread. Let's go ahead and switch over our advancement effort for an extra 33%. We have peace in our nation, so that'll help us out. We also have an expensive edict, but again, that's not a problem. I know it says that we're wrong, but I know that we're right. Yeah, 2.27 per month. And then what else can we do? Nearby provinces, port or a capital. Yeah, it's just going to have to be what it is. Let's go ahead and embrace our new icon. Let's go ahead for the extra 25% institution spread and cost. I do like having this extra patriarchal authority, but at the same time too, not at the expense of our next tech and working towards our achievement. So let's go ahead and deal with that as well. This takes us up to a grand total of, what's this? 52.5? That's fairly solid. 152% is quite good. Peace is 10%. Positive stability for 15. Provincial tax income is doing well. Advancement effort, capital state, part of a state. World Trade Center as well. Yeah, we've stacked up some solid modifiers, so that is going to be really, really good for us. Okay, so now all that we have to do is worry about... what is this? Yeah, former Russian nation. What do we need? Admin 10, that's it. Everything else has been looked after. We could go ahead and see... Like, you know what? There's not really much else we can do. No, we're going to have to wait for a little bit on our tech, but that's okay. We are... Yeah, we're 5 years ahead of time, but I don't think it's going to take us very long for us to embrace colonialism. Also, when we take out our burger loans next time round, we're going to be much, much further advanced with the amount of cash that we get given, so that will also be good. I also see that we've got it here at 0.24. Huh. Oh, so our state capital is only 2 states. Okay. Sorry, our capital state is only 2 states. Yeah, well, you know what? I think that's fairly good. We'll go ahead and we'll fix up with the rebels in the next one. We'll get our troops back to where they need to be. We'll sort out our armies and whatever else is necessary. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.